Go.
Now, the most common argument for those who do not want to have children is that there is a cost. I don't want to have to pay for my children's school and food. I can barely provide for myself. Yes, children are going to be a sacrifice, as is everything you do in life. But in Matthew 8:18, the disciples come to Jesus asking him, "Who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven?" He replies by saying, "Truly I say to you, unless you turn and become like children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven." There is also a psychological benefit to having children. People who have families are healthier and happier than people who spend their whole lives by themselves. And those same people often wish that they could have had children. Elon Musk also says that the underpopulation might be a bigger problem to the world than global warming. Now, you may be thinking, well, all I've ever heard about is that there are too many people on this planet. Why would declining birth rates be a problem in the world? For 36 years, China has had a one-baby policy, meaning that families were only allowed to have one baby. But in 2016, that was lifted because there were not enough babies in their country. Now, since the baby boom that they thought would come has not happened, they have made it 3 babies per family. Now, while you may be thinking that would not be such a problem if it was just one country, it's not. In Germany, the percentage of young people is down to 10%. Never in history has it been this low. It is also happening in the United States. There was a survey made of students who were entering college, and 50% of them said they did not plan on having children. Now, what would happen if in the next 50 years or so, the United States population went down by 50%? Cut in half. People might say that the world population is not going down. It's actually expected to go up. That is because while people are not having babies, they're also not dying. The life expectancy for a human being is drastically higher than it was 40 or 50 years ago. And that's kind of the end of my opening.
Okay.
Children are not only important at a family level, they are important worldwide, and they can have a variety of impacts. If you don't have children in your country, it will not survive. And if you take care of your children, they will benefit you in ways you never imagined. Take, for example, the story of the boy who harnessed the wind. 13-year-old William Kamkwamba is in his village of Malawi in Africa. He lives off the maize that he can harvest with his father. They work all day to plant the maize, water it, and then finally harvest it. But while William knows that he has to work on the farm with his father, he also thirsts for knowledge. Whenever he has spare time, he goes to a small library in Malawi and reads books. One day, when he was reading a book called Using Energy, he saw an image of a wind turbine. He thought, that doesn't look so hard after all, and it would be a way to get electricity into our village. So with his friend Gilbert, he begins constructing his wind turbine or windmill. He uses an old bike frame, some tractor parts, and bits of PVC pipe, but his windmill works. At first, it is able to power 4 lights, but that soon travels the entire village as he is able to make more. And that is only the impact of one child. And instead of just taking things, he actually gave back. And so by raising children, you're not losing anything, you're actually gaining.
At the end.
As we end this debate about whether children are worth the cost or why they're not, I would like to remind my opponent that children are the backbone of the country, whether it is Malawi, the United States, or China. You need to have children to support your country, and the idea with that 2 people getting income having a child is impossible is untrue. 2 people earning an average salary of $31,000 can easily provide for 1 or even 2 children. Children can also be a help to you in your old age when you can no longer work for yourself. Imagine what all those childless people do by themselves when they have no money left and they do not have a stable job. But people who have children will have them to rely on when they run out of money or become too old. And by bringing in a new generation, society will also be improved. Think of what William Kamkwamba did to his little village in Malawi. As David says in Psalm 127, children are a gift from the Lord, they are a reward from him. Children are not a burden, they are a reward.